Just mirroring. But I'm gonna start first as I'm gonna start one song.
Yeah. Take your time, please.
Thank you.
Start 100 songs.
Just one. So it's just mirroring.
From my laptop?
Yes.
Or
And you're gonna go for broadcast.
broadcast?
Yes.
I'm trying to see how I can do that من هنا.
Just go get the
من
icons
فوق?
from here.
I don't know how. Oh, كده? Oh,
You should have some icons that show the mirroring.
هنا?
It's not in the
دي? Broadcast?
yes. But after me.
After you, okay. Cool. Oh, okay. ماشي. هستنى. Okay.
Thank you.
All right, I'll just cancel this for now. Okay, thank you for helping. No, so I canceled it. Hold on. I know, I tried to cancel it. You want me to, what do I do?
Please.
Go again?
Yes. And
Say-
stop or
Maybe
delete.
if I click,
Yes.
no, I hit cancel. Hi, oh, you're here. How are you? Okay. How do what if I close it? Does it do anything? No. Bardo? It keeps popping, I hit cancel.
Hi Tina, how are you?
What if I just click on something else?
Yeah, try.
What if you do it? Can you just do it?
No, our kids
Hi.
You already all sent happy.
I'm trying to get, she wants me to get off, I was trying to, yeah, she did it, I'm so sorry, thank you, Ray.
She's trying to.
I was gonna log in, but you want the screen, and you
right
can't do right now?
Right now I cannot.
It won't let
As
you do
are
it?
in.
Okay.
I did. Yeah, and actually, so what I was most worried about was Philip's.
All right.
So, yeah, because they said that we actually have 5 hours to cancel. So we booked, and actually Laura booked. We texted Laura, and I was like, book us for less than this. We're like actually completely booked for Thursday, last night.
I can't, Tina, can you help me? Tina, can you help me?
Yes.
I don't know, I was going to log in or trying to figure out how to do it. She wants the screen, I know.
Oh.
So now I'm trying to exit out of this for her.
Can you just broadcast? Override it?
I did, but no. Did not let me on. أنا أهو يا باشا. خدمتك منين؟
Hi.
How do I reset? I mean, I even turned my Wi-Fi off.
Okay.
You want to go to your class?
طيب ترنيمة سريعة مع بعض. ربي يسوع الغالي. جاهزين مع بعض؟ 1 2 3. ربي يسوع الغالي مفيش زيه حبيب، مع تهون الغربة ويهون حمل الصليب. ربي يسوع الغالي ما فيش زيه حبيب، مع تهون الغربة ويهون حمل الصليب. محلى العشرة وياه يسوع رب السماء، محلى العشرة وياه يسوع رب السماء، يبارك الحياة والعيشة حلوة معاه، يبارك الحياة والعيشة حلوة معاه. أنا عايش في حماه، أنا عايش في حماه، وبعز يا نفسي دوسي على كل المغريات، ده حبيبي حلقه حلاوة وكله مشتهيات. وبعز يا نفسي دوسي على كل المغريات، ده حبيبي حلقه حلاوة وكله مشتهيات. محلى العشرة وياه يسوع رب السماء، محلى العشرة وياه يسوع رب السماء، يبارك الحياة والعيشة حلوة معاه، يبارك الحياة والعيشة حلوة معاه. أنا عايش في حماه، أنا عايش في حماه، وسعادة أبدية كما قال الكتاب، هنا في عيشة هنية وهناك في بيت الآب. وسعادة أبدية كما قال هنا في عيشة هنية وهناك في بيت الآب. محلى العشرة وياه يسوع رب السماء، محلى العشرة وياه يسوع رب السماء، يبارك الحياة والعيشة حلوة معاه، يبارك الحياة والعيشة حلوة معاه. أنا عايش في حماه، أنا عايش في حماه.
Hello. Hi. My name is Martina. I go to church here. I am not an expert. I'm not any sort of parenting expert, but I have been reading a lot lately, and I just came across some info that I thought I could share. And really, some of these things have helped me a lot, and I really just wanted to share them, and hopefully you can benefit a small nugget from them too. So today I want to talk about keeping our cool with our kids. It's really hard to do. I'm a big time yeller. Does anybody like to yell? I love yelling. I yell a lot, all the time. It's a problem. It doesn't feel good. I don't like it. So I've been reading a lot about it. Anyway. Let's continue. Okay, so I'm not talking about like just everyday yelling. Not like your usual, البسي جزمة, البسي جزمة, البسي جزمة. Not like that. That's everyday yelling to me. But sometimes there's a big explosion that happens, right? That's what I'm talking about. The big explosion that happens where we are just, everyone has their own style of it. We can be like freaking out. We can be yelling. We can be screaming. We can maybe throw something, right? And or maybe just get a little bit aggressive. And those are the times I'm talking about today. When we don't feel in control, when we're not in control, when our brain is just, when our body is doing something and our brain maybe isn't even registering what's happening. Our body is just going off. Okay, so that's what we're going to talk about today. Why is it important? I'm going through fast. This is going to be a 15-minute thing. Why is it important? One is, it affects our kids negatively. I'm going to use the example of yelling because that's what I do. I'm a big yeller and screamer. Why is it important? It affects our kids negatively, okay? So when we're losing it, I'm just calling it losing it. You can call it whatever you like. When we're losing it and blaming them for something, I mean, they might have done something wrong. I'm not saying they didn't. They really love doing the wrong thing. But when we're blaming them and we're losing it on them, it becomes, their brain is not going to say, oh, mama's acting unreasonably right now, right? Their brain is telling them, this is my mom. She loves me and she's protecting me. So who's the problem here? It's going to be them. They're going to think they're the problem here and that they deserve whatever is happening to them right now. So they're not really listening to the words as much as they're learning something about themselves when we're acting this way with them, okay? That's number one. Number two is it's not good for us. So I'm going to talk about this too a lot, but our brain, we've heard this before, is like a muscle. The things we do more, we're going to do it more and more easily next time. And the things we're practicing something one way or another. So I'm either practicing yelling and freaking out, or I'm going to practice a different way to help guide them. And actually, their brain, when you're freaking out, they get sometimes so tense, even if they don't show it, because sometimes they're just looking at you like this. But their brain can't understand what you're saying because they're in a crisis mode almost. There's something yelling happening, and their brain is trying to understand, is this an emergency? What's happening? Fight or flight mode. We're going to talk about that too. So their brain is like trying to understand. So they're not going to learn anything you're trying to teach them. So it's counterproductive. It's going against everything you're trying to do. It's not good for you because you're practicing the thing you don't want to practice. It's not good for them. And calmer parents make calmer kids. Not immediately. Don't expect immediate results with anything you do. It takes forever. Oh, no, it's okay. It gives me a little break. So this is just one book I'm referencing today, Parenting Towards the Kingdom. Have you guys read this? I feel like you've talked about it here before. I really like it, but in the beginning of the book, he talks about like the big picture right? We keep our big picture in our mind. If my goal is, and if you want to say something in Arabic, let me know. I'm not going to say it. Okay. If our goal is to stop a behavior, then yeah, go ahead and yell and scream all day. You can stop a behavior that minute. But if your goal is to build somebody up into adulthood, to have a good sense of self, because whatever we tell them become their voices in their head, right? So many times I'm walking around and I almost hear my mom saying something, you know? So they're gonna do the same thing eventually. And so we either have a long-term goal, which is to show them this existence in Christ, or we have our short-term goal, which is to stop whatever is happening right now, okay? So we try to have our long-term goal in mind. Because eventually, if we just are dealing with the behavior that's happening right now, it's going to lead to, the second they get any freedom from us, they're gonna wanna avoid us later. And we already talked about the practicing thing. Okay, so here's some qualities. So we're gonna come back to this, and I think it's helpful to remember the last time we lost it with our kids, okay? Mine was very recent, it's easy to remember. But let's remember, if you can just take a minute and remember, and that way we're gonna come back to that moment a couple more times in this talk, okay? So I'm gonna give it a minute, because I will also remember my last time. Okay, so when I say losing it, there's 4 characteristics. The first one is feelings. We have really big feelings. It might not be about what my child is doing. It might be my child is not putting on their shoes, or they missed 8 homework assignments in a row, but whatever it is, I'm having a lot of feelings about it in that moment, okay? And so my reaction is automatic, okay? It's automatic. Whatever it is, I didn't sit down and think, what's a good way to respond to this right now? It just happens. And then it's responsive. So something happened, even something small, something happened to make me explode like that. And then the last one is it's harmful, okay? When we already talked about why it's not the easiest with kids, and how they might take that behavior negatively, okay? I just want to pause and let you know that this is really hard. This is the hardest thing I ever did. I went to college, I went to grad school, and this is the hardest thing I've ever done in my whole life. I was a good student, I studied really hard, and still, I have never worked this hard at anything in my life and still felt like I'm not top of the class. I'm not getting an A+ in this. It's super hard. And that's okay. It's supposed to be hard. And this isn't, I don't want to scare you. I don't want to make you feel like you can't do this. Because even after doing all this, what we're going to talk about, you're still going to lose it. And that's okay. We just want to lose it a little less. We just want to practice losing it less. We're still going to do that. So I just wanted to pause and say that, because sometimes it feels like I'm never going to be able to do this. I ruined my kid, or whatever we like to tell ourselves, and that's not the case. That's not the case at all. Our kids are smarter than that. Their bodies and minds were made to handle some of this. We're just working on losing it less. Okay, this is complicated. I like science. You don't have to remember any of this. All you need to know by the end of this is that we have a million parts of our brain, but I want to talk about 2 parts. There's one part called the prefrontal cortex, which is around our forehead, and that one is this is like the adult part of our brain. Okay, so we have an adult part of our brain and like a toddler, a little kid part of our brain. So the adult part of our brain, we can sit there, we can problem solve, we can listen, we can interact, go back and forth, we can make decisions. All the adult things we do, we use that part. And then when fight or flight happens, when something happens that gives us big emotions and we can't think straight, then we use our toddler part of our brain, which is in the middle of your brain. And that's when we freak out. We're hungry. We basically act like a 2-year-old. We're hungry, we start screaming. We're mad, we start screaming. We're tired, we start screaming. So that's what we do. And our brain is made that way. So sometimes fight or flight, our brain sometimes is trying to assess, is this a lion coming to eat me? But really it could just be our children not putting on their shoes. It's like my number one reason why I'm yelling, honestly. They don't put on their shoes. I don't understand. Anyway, am I the only one? No. They don't put on their shoes. That was me this morning. Eh? Or eat their food. It's like 1,000 things. Yeah, we'll talk about that. So, yeah, so all this, I just like learning things. So I added it in there, more information in there if you're interested to know. But this one, our adult part, what you also need to know is it gets tired. It's not meant to be on all the time. So if we're tired, if we're hungry, if we've had a lot of stress, if we're keeping it together all day at work, it's not going to stay on. No matter how much we want to force it, it's just not. It's not built that way. So we have to remember, a big part of this is to remember that we have human bodies. We want to push ourselves to keep going, and I could figure this out, and we're almost to bedtime or whatever you want to count down to. But sometimes our bodies have their own human limits. We have limits, and we have to understand them, and that helps us. When we can give ourselves what we need and see ourselves, we can make ourselves less likely to lose it, okay? Oh, and the kids, the prefrontal cortex, it doesn't finish developing till you're in your mid-20s, okay, 24, 25. So as much as you want to sit there and rationalize with your child, if they're 5, if they're 13, if they're 18, they still don't have a full prefrontal cortex. They can't think like you, no matter how hard you try, okay? So they also have their limits, too, so we have to keep that in mind. They don't, even if what I'm telling, my kid wore pants, this capri pants to school today at 1 degree. I can't, no matter how hard I tried to tell my 3-year-old, you can't wear that out today. It's freezing. She didn't want to understand that. It didn't matter. It really didn't. I couldn't get her. And she wore them to school. I do not care. Okay, so this is what we're talking about. So like, how many times are we just so stressed and so tired, and we're like, okay, you're like, okay, that's okay, we'll keep going. We're gonna make dinner, and we're gonna feed them the dinner, and then they're not gonna eat the dinner, and then we're gonna, and then what happens at the end of that day? Do you sometimes lose it? Yeah, because we have our human body and our human brain, and we can't you can push yourself a little bit sometimes. That happens, that's okay. But I'm just talking about every day. The more we're able to listen to ourselves and what we need, the less likely we are to lose it, okay? Okay. So do you guys understand what I mean when I say pushing your buttons? Okay, the best people in the world to push your buttons is your kids. They're gonna find your buttons that you didn't even know you had. You didn't even know about this button, and they find it, and they push it 100 more times, okay, like this. And they know exactly, nobody can do that to you like your children can, okay? And we all have buttons, and we all have a lot of the same buttons, and some of us have different buttons. And this is what I want you to understand, like some of the human needs, like exhaustion, hunger, I haven't slept a whole night in 7 years, or whatever. Things like that affect you. You would like to be stronger, but at the same time, like I said, we have to understand that we're humans. We can't do more than what a human can do. So here's some examples of buttons we have, and everyone has different ones. Exhaustion, hunger, irritation, being late. I really hate being late. That's one of my buttons. I really hate, that's why you're not putting on your shoes. That's why it bothers Martina maybe more than somebody else. Maybe somebody else is okay with them taking their time. I really hate being late. Being ignored. Multitasking, stress, major life changes. So if you're under a lot of stress, you have something going on at work or with your parents or at home, stress can affect you, of course. Smartphones. Or if you're single parenting for a long time, like my husband just went on a conference, so I was by myself with the kids for a week. You know, things like that can affect you. They can be very specific. Like for me, other than being late, I really don't like nighttime. I'm very tired at night. I don't do well. I don't have a lot of patience by night time. I'm okay, you know. Oh, that's me. Huh? You too? Yeah. Night is hard for me. So if you can identify, so let's think, we'll get there in a minute. Okay, so our goal right now is to know what our buttons are. You don't need to change them. They're okay. You're okay to have those buttons. We're not trying to change them. You just need to know what they are, and that will help you, okay? So let's think back to the last time we lost it with our kids. What was that day like? What time of day was it? What time of the week was it? What happened that day? Did you work? Were you up late? Were they waking you up at night? Things like that. You have to see what happened that day. So for next time I know, okay, this is one day where I might lose it. So if you can think back. And then another thing is, what can also help is if you can notice, how did your body feel? Like I get really tense. My chest starts to feel tight, or my heartbeat is fast, or I'm starting to answer you one-word answers. You know, can I have this? No. Can I do this? No. Whatever everyone is different. You just have to see what your body is doing when they start pushing those buttons. Okay? And then another thing I want to say is we have two options in what we can do. And if we want to lose it less. You have two options. One option is you can wait for your kid to stop bothering you, and that's not going to happen. So that option is garbage. Second option. You're distracting. Second option is to see what is bothering you, so you can learn to deal with it, okay? There's another thing, another side note. You have to watch what you're telling yourself. Not everything you tell yourself is true. Not everything that goes in my brain is true. So if my brain is telling me, I'm just a bad mom, and I just yell, I'm a terrible mom, I'm just the worst, that doesn't help anything. Because if you tell yourself you're bad, can you change? If I tell myself, that's just the way I am, can I change? I cannot, right? But if you say, I had a hard time, that was a really tough day for me. I was stressed about work, or I was stressed about getting the kids all dinner and gymnastics and soccer and whatever else you're doing, right? So you can learn, you can change it later. But if you just tell yourself this lie that you're bad, and that's the way you are, then nothing's going to change. And it doesn't help anybody to talk to yourself that way. And the same thing with your kids, too. If you're just telling yourself, well, they just want to bother me. Sometimes that's true. But there's a reason why. I don't know what that reason is. So you can get curious, huh? Attention. It could be 1,000 different things. They want attention. They need some affection. I don't know why they're more annoying when they want more affection, because it makes it hard to do that, to give them what they want when they're pushing your buttons. But it's important to be curious. Why did I do that? Why did they do that? So learn to ask questions instead of putting yourself down, or putting your child down too. No. Yes, go ahead. فين اللي انت خلصتي قبل كده؟ أنا خلصت كله. Do you want me to go back with the slides?
أنا بس حابة بس أدي ملخص سريع اللي مارتينا اتكلمت فيه already. Keeping our cool يعني هادي. بس في موقف بتحصل ما بنبقاش هادين خالص، صح؟ في حاجات بتطير، ناس بتطلع من السقف. We're all in the same boat. So what we're trying to do here is إن إحنا keep it calm، صح؟ عايزين نهدى، صح؟ حاجة مارتينا اتكلمت عليها إيه، انه لما احنا بنتعصب على الولاد قوي، العصبية دي بتيجي ليه؟ ليه؟ عشان بس ما لبسوش الجزمة مثلا، او ما سمعوش الكلام؟ ليه بتيجي؟ ماشي، وايه تاني؟ وايه تاني؟ فده كل ده بياكل من صبرنا مع العيال، صح؟ فبالتالي احنا بنفقد الهدوء ده، فبالتالي ايه اللي بيحصل؟ النكست ستيب ايه؟ بنزعق، صح؟ فاللي مارتينا كانت بتتكلم عليه ان الزعيق، هل نعتقد ان الزعيق بيوصل في حته؟ هل بالزعيق في حاجه بتتغير؟ لا، صح؟ فيبقى بدل ما اختار الزعيق، لانه الزعيق لا هيحل ولا هيربط حاجه ولا هيغير من اي حاجه، يبقى لازم اخد خطوه ورا، ماشي؟ ويبقى فيه ابتدي باسلوب مختلف. بس الاسلوب المختلف ده انه لازم نبقى مستوعبين ان الطفل طفل، صح؟ يعني المستوى الذهني والفكري بتاع الطفل مش زي المستوى الذهني والفكري بتاعي، فلازم انا انزل من الاكسبكتيشن، التوقعات. يعني ما بقاش انا حاطط سقف التوقعات للعيل هنا وانا اصلا هنا، يعني صح؟ فالخناقه الحريقه بتيجي منين؟ سقف التوقعات هنا واحنا الحمد لله هنا، ونلاقي الخناقه رايح راجع، صح؟ فمش بتغير حاجه. اللي بيحصل ايه؟ ان الطفل بيبقى خاف، صح؟ انه بيبقى تركيزه مش ان هو يغير من تصرفاته، لان هو تركيزه في ايه؟ ان ماما او بابا بيزعقوا لي، صح؟ فالتركيز في حته تانية. فلو انا بحاول اعلمه او اغير من تصرفاته في حاجه، هو مش بيتعلمها، لان هو مشدود معاك في الزعيق والتصاعد اللي هو بالنسبه له هو غير مفهوم، لان هو برضو طفل، صح؟ برضو مارتينا قالت انه يعني لما بيبقى على طول زعيق، مفيش مساحه، بتاثر عليهم بناحيه سلبيه، لان هم، معلش استقيت في كلمه، لان هم brains ايه دي؟
Which one?
Is there safety one?
So it's saying that they're like internalizing what you're telling them, and they're
Okay.
if you're overreacting or
Yes.
having a bad reaction to them, they think it's about them.
Yes. So دلوقتي انا لما اتعصب على الطفل، دلوقتي لو نفترض دلوقتي you know what، احنا لما كنا صغيرين وكان اهالينا بيزعقوا لنا، كنا بناخدها ايه؟ بنستقبلها ازاي؟ احنا بنتكلم في ما هو ماشي، سيبك. حتى دلوقتي لو انا يبقى حواري مع الكبير او مع الصغير بالزعيق، الاستقبال ايه؟ اللي قدامي هيستقبلها ازاي؟ بالظبط. لما انا دلوقتي اجي في ديفنس، اللي هو انا هدافع عن نفسي، لو كبير انا لازم ادافع عن نفسي عشان انا لازم اثبت نقطه ان انا ما غلطتش، والصغير هيبقى no I did not do that، صح؟ I did not do that. فاللي بيحصل ان هم بياخدوها بالظبط، بياخدوها باسلوب نيجاتيف لجوه، ماشي؟ برضه بيبقى احساس الطفل ان هو على طول انا على طول بعمل غلط، انا ما حدش بيصدقني، انا ما حدش طايقني، انا ما حدش مستحملني، طب ما كل ده احنا يعني ما هو ده بريشر على الطفل، صح؟ وبريشر على الكبير، مظبوط؟ ماشي. ما هو يعني تينيجر، يس. I think ده الملخص اللي انت قلتيه. ماشي. انا بقول.
Okay. So there are some things we can do to make our buttons. Sometimes our buttons are قد كده, and it's not hard to push it, right?
they can do anything small and we get set off. But what we can try to do is make our buttons as small as possible, right? And there's things we can do. And it's not about being perfect. Some of these are not possible for you. Let's say you're a single parent, or let's say so many different things. Everyone is different and their lifestyle is different. So you got to see what works for you. It doesn't have to be perfect. We're going to lose it again. We will.
النقطة هنا الزراير، مش احنا كل واحد فينا عنده زراير. هم دلوقتي الطفل عرفنا زي الظهر ايدينا بالظبط. فهم عارفين زرايرنا فين. تمام. فمارتينا كانت بتتكلم على انه انا ممكن تبقى زرايري كتير. اكشلي فين بتاعت الزراير هنا. احنا ممكن يبقى زراير، يعني ممكن ابقى مثلا لو انا مرهقه ده زرار هيتداس عليه، ماشي. جعانه هيتداس عليه. مثلا مضغوطه، بعمل 10 حاجات في نفس الوقت، كل دي زراير، ماشي. وهم عارفين ان دي زراير. فالنقطه انه يبقى احنا عندنا استيعاب. يعني دلوقتي انا مضغوطه، ماشي، مش حاجه انزله على اللي قدامي، ما هو اللي قدامي برضو مالوش ذنب. وخصوصا مثلا لو هي حاجه ان هو ما لبسش الجزمه مثلا، ماشي. في ساعات بتبقى مواقف ممكن نتكلم فيها، وفي مواقف بنبقى انه ايه، احنا لازم نطلع من الباب. مظبوط.
I'm not talking about any anxiety. I'm talking about like losing control and,
Yes.
and it being disproportionate to
Yes.
what's happening.
Yes. فهو النقطة ان احنا مش بنمارس يعني احنا مش بمارس ان انا عايزة كنترول العيال. انا مش بكنتروله، مش ان انا عايزة ارغمه احنا هنعمل كذا، احنا لازم نعمل، يعني في زي ما يقولوا ايه سيكونس، في زي درجات دلوقتي. يعني مثلا ايه، احنا دلوقتي هنطلع من المدرسة، لازم نطلع عشان الباص جاي، فاحنا لازم نلبس ونحط الجزمة عشان نطلع من الباب، ماشي. ممكن هم they like to push، بس تمام، بس يبقى الاند جول ايه، ان احنا لازم نطلع من الباب عشان رايحين المدرسة. بالظبط، يعني لازم نطلع معلش، يعني مع الوقت هتبقى من 8 ل 5. بس النقطة انه مارتينا كانت بتقول ان احنا عندنا زراير كتير وهم عارفين الزراير دي، ماشي. فاحنا بنحاول ان هم ما يدوسوش على الزراير دي.
Thank you. Okay, so you have to ask yourself what's going to work for me and my family when we're talking about this. Sometimes it's not possible, or sometimes it's sometimes possible. So you just have to, we're just doing our best. It's not a checklist. If I do A, B, C, and D, I will be a perfect parent. That's not going to happen. So we're going to talk about a few. Here's a list, but we're going to talk about a few. The ones I started. So single tasking, we're going to talk about what that means. Sleep, you have to make sure we are in a world that tells us you don't need sleep. You can stay up and finish your work, and then you can have your kid wake you up 3 times that night, and then you can wake up at 6 and go to work again. It's just not, we're not getting enough sleep. I don't think anybody is getting enough sleep, and it's something we need to prioritize, because nobody is going to tell you you're not getting enough sleep, you should really go to bed. No one's going to do that for you. You have to do it for yourself. Support, simplify, moving your body, exercising can help just clear our mind a little bit and give us some time to ourselves. Slowing down, gratitude. We start most of our church services with a Thanksgiving prayer. I don't think that's an accident. I think a lot of scientists have studied, and people who show gratitude, who are thankful for things, are just happier in the long run. So just having this practice of gratitude, being grateful. Breathing, we're going to talk about that, and then some time away from your kids if that's possible at all. Even just a little bit. That's why I'm here today. Eh? Yeah, just hide, whatever it takes. I would not judge you if you did that, honest to God. I would not. So the first one is single tasking. So a lot of times in the morning, I don't know if you guys do this, we're getting them ready or helping them get ready, and then they need to eat and get dressed, and I'm doing a lunch, but I'm also doing breakfast, and then I'm also trying to make sure they have all the things, their homework in their book bag and whatever else. And then I'm more likely to lose it, because I'm trying to do 1,000 things at the same time. And we do that all the time. I'm not saying it's always possible, but single tasking means try to do one thing at a time. This has really helped me. I'm going to be honest. It's possible sometimes. It's not possible all the time. But sometimes if I'm making breakfast, that means I'm making breakfast. I'm not going to try to also put their lunch in the microwave at the same time. It's more efficient because our brains are not meant to multitask. We think we are, but we're really not. You're more likely to forget something. I forgot something in the microwave for a whole day one time. A whole day, I forgot. It was in there for 1 minute. In 1 minute, I forgot that something was in the microwave. That's everything you need to know about me. But so as much as you can, okay? Have you guys ever heard of plastic balls and glass balls? Okay, the juggling. So just keep that in mind. Sometimes you're not going to do a plastic ball. That's okay. You might not even do it. That's okay. That's fine. So we have to just, this is also back to, I also read about simplifying. Just simplifying our lives in general, okay? However way that works for you. If you want to buy the pre-made pancakes in the morning, you can do that. Whatever it takes. If you're like, doing 4 activities after school is a lot, maybe we can start doing 3. And that way we can breathe a little bit. Whatever that looks like for your family. All right, we don't need to do that. Okay, sleep. We've talked about this already. I mean, if you have a newborn, that's not as possible, but we need to figure it out. So if you have a partner at home, you can say, some days I need to go to bed earlier. And you can figure that out a little bit more than what we're getting, because sleep is a need. I'm not doing as well as I could, because I'm so tired all the time. I'm forgetting things, all the things. We need that sleep. I don't know why we're tricked into thinking we don't need the sleep. But we're getting 5 hours, even 7 hours. It's still not enough. It's not enough for us. And we are humans with human bodies.
الحاجتين اللي مارتينا اتكلمت عليهم انه احنا دلوقتي مش اتكلمنا قلنا ان احنا عندنا زراير فبتؤدي لايه؟ بنتنرفز اسرع، مفيش صبر، مفيش مش قادرين نكمل. مظبوط. ساعات بنحس كده ولا لا؟ انا اول واحده بحس كده يعني نفسي انا. فمارتينا قالت ان في بعض الحاجات اللي احنا ممكن نعملها علشان تقلل من الاحساس بالضغط والحته الزراير دي. لو انا دلوقتي قلت هنا دلوقتي مين هنا بيقدر ياخد باله من نفسه كده؟ Who takes care of themselves? Who believes in taking care of yourself? عجبني البليف. ده جزء من البروبلم. ان احنا اصلا مش مقتنعين ان انا لازم اخد بالي من نفسي. ما دلوقتي لما بنبقى في الطياره ويدوا الارشادات في الاول، من ضمن الارشادات في ايه؟ يقول لك ايه؟ الماسك. هل بيقول لك حط الماسك على اللي جنبك؟ بيقول لك ايه؟ حط الماسك انت الاول، خد النفس عشان تعرف تساعد اللي جنبك، صح؟ ما بيقولكش ساعد اللي جنبك الاول. فبالتالي يعني نفكر في ان انا اخد بالي من نفسي، ان انا بدي لنفسي شويه هوا عشان اقدر اكمل، لان احنا we don't wanna give up، صح؟ بس ساعات ضغوطات الحياه بتبقى اكبر مننا، فده حقيقي. يعني انا اول واحده ببقى بزعق طول الوقت، ان ما كانش حد سمعني من بيته، يعني بزعق على طول في العيال. بس ليه؟ علشان انا مش بدي لنفسي المساحه ان انا اتنفس عشان اقدر يبقى عندي نفس مع الطفل. فمن ضمن الحاجات انه النوم. طبعا انا متاكده يعني متاكده ان كل يقول نوم ايه، احنا عندنا وقت، بس النوم مهم. حد سمع الكلمه بتاعت مريم رزق الله الاسبوع اللي فات عن فائده النوم، فوائد النوم؟ I do. So من ضمن انه النوم، انه بدل ما اعمل 6 حاجات في نفس الثانيه ممكن اعمل حاجه. يعني مش لازم ابقى على الحوض وبزعق حط سناكس بتاعتك في الشنطه والبس الجزمه وبحط لهم حاجه في الميكروويف وبطلع. يبقى نقسمها. ما هو احنا معتقدين ان احنا نقدر نعمل 60 حاجه في الثانيه، بس احنا ما بنقدرش نعمل 60 حاجه في الثانيه. فلازم تبقى في مواجهه مع النفس كده، انه انا هعمل حاجه واحده دلوقتي. ماشي؟ ان احنا يعني الريتم يقل شويه، يعني مش لازم نبقى على طول واخدين في وشنا 16 miles per hour. slow down. مش هيحصل حاجه. سلو داون. انت هترتاح وهتقدر تكمل، يعني هتقدر تبقى عندك مساحه انك يعني تتناقش وتاخد وتدي مع الطفل. واتكلمنا عن النوم. حاجه هنا انا عجبتني قوي، احنا مش عايزين ننسى ان احنا بني ادمين، احنا مش روبوتات، صح؟ احنا بني ادمين لينا طاقه، وهما برضو اطفال او تين ايجرز وبرضو ليهم طاقه. ماشي.
Thank you. Okay. Support. I want to talk about this. We're in a community. Here we are. This is our community. We have one. Some people don't have one. They have to find one. But you already have one, so half the work is done. We can use that with each other. Everyone feels the way you feel. Everyone feels the way I feel. So sometimes I will have a friend and say, oh, your husband's out of town? Why don't you just come with the kids? We'll let the kids play. That's easy for everybody. And we'll just have chicken nuggets for dinner. Perfect. Find a way to do what you need. Or how about you bring your kids to me sometimes and I'll bring my kids to you sometimes. We got to use our community. We got to give each other a breath and be there for each other. It's hard right now. Or what do you do with your teenager? Or ask each other for advice. What has worked for you? We can use that, right? You can just call and text each other. I know you're having a hard time with your teenager right now. Are you okay? Do you want to get a coffee in the middle of the nigiblik coffee? Or something like that. We can do that for one another. So this one I'm going to go through quickly. Breathing and mindfulness. I know it sounds weird, but this changed me the most recently. I'm going to be honest. It changed me the most because when I'm with my kids, my brain is often not with them, or my brain is all the way over here. So I'm more likely to get irritated and upset and lose it. You can find YouTube videos. Anytime you can bring your brain back to your body to be there with your child in that moment, because sometimes they're bothering you and my brain is already 20 years ahead about that, oh, you forgot 8 homework assignments, and my brain already has you homeless on the street. My brain already went there. Instead of just being in that moment in your body with them. So mindfulness really helps to bring yourself back all over and over and over again. If you don't have time to look up a YouTube video, it could be 2 minutes. One thing you can do is your 5 senses. Look at 5, I make it up every time. 5 things you can see, what can I see? 4 things I can touch, find 4 things you can touch. 3 things you can hear, 2 things you can smell, and 1 thing you can taste. Go through your 5 senses. Anytime you could bring your mind back to your body, or it doesn't have to be there all the time, you're allowed to have thoughts. But anytime you could bring your mind back to, even when I'm driving, just take literally 1 minute. Anytime you can do that, it can show you, it can help you notice when you're getting agitated, when you're about to lose it, right? Because your body has signs. But I never knew that because I would just start yelling. I just thought it happened. It doesn't just happen. It happened, and it started an hour ago when I was getting too stressed. But I didn't notice that. So anytime you can teach yourself to notice what's happening with your body, you can say, oh, I'm about to lose it. I should probably hide in the closet for a couple minutes. You can do that. Which brings me to this, how to not lose it with your kids. Number 1 is you notice it. So I get tense and my shoulders go up here to my ears. That's how I know. That's how I know. And my heart is starting to beat fast or it feels tight. Everyone is different. So me noticing my body can be like, oh, something's happening. I could tell my husband, you know what? I'm about to lose it. Can you just take over for a little bit? And that has helped me immensely. And then you pause, just take a breath. When you notice, you could just be like, okay, what do I need right now? And you figure it out. And you can do literally anything else other than losing it. You could walk away. You can hide. You can take a walk. If your body is feeling so tense, take a walk. Use that energy. Your body needs that. Your body has all this energy. You need to do something. So you can, I'm going to speed through the rest. This was just explaining. Oh, okay. And then if you do lose it, you apologize, a real apology. I can't just say, I'm sorry, but nerfistini. I can't say that. That's not an apology. That's just blaming the child for losing it. So, and it could be two separate, I try to separate it so I can correct whatever behavior, whatever situation, and then I also apologize. Those are two separate things that happened. They're not off the hook. They did something. You can talk to them about it, but you can also apologize for losing it, right? Because they're also humans. I can't do that to a stranger on the street the way I yell. I can't do that to somebody else. So my kid is also a human being. I can't do that to them either. Okay, that's just a quick summary. Thanks. That's it.
آخر حتة مارتينا قالت إنه إحنا مش قلنا في الأول نبقى هادين، هنبقى هادين إزاي؟ ما هي بتاخد براكتس. ففي ثلاث إشارات. لما دلوقتي نلاقي الحريقة قامت هنلاقي الدراعات دي هنا، عرفنا إن إحنا تنشنا، صح؟ ففي الحالة دي مش هيبقى أحسن حل إن أنا أروح أتكلم مع الطفل. ليه؟ لأنها هتبقى النار هتزيد، صح؟ يبقى في الحالة دي لو أنا مثلا مراتي أو جوزي اللي في الأوضة، يبقى أنا هقول معلش أنا محتاجة إن أنت أو أنتي تتكلم معاه أو تقعد معاه. لو ما فيش حد في الأوضة ما فيش مشكلة إن احنا نقول للطفل أنا مش يعني بعد ما الموقف يحصل إنه نتوقف قليلا، نعمل أي حاجة تانية ملهاش علاقة بالموضوع في المومنت دي. بس أنا ما بقولش إن احنا نرميها ورا ظهرنا، هي في المومنت دي مش هنعمل حاجة. ليه؟ علشان احنا بنحاول الحريقة ما تطلعش، بنحاول ننزل الحريقة. ليه بقى عايزين ننزل الحريقة على فكرة؟ ليه؟ علشان نعرف نتكلم معاهم، صح؟ علشان نعرف يبقى في حوار، علشان نقدر نعلمهم حاجة. لأن احنا بنعمل كل ده ليه؟ إن احنا عايزين نعلمهم. وبعدين هم الأولاد أذكياء جدا، فالأسلوب اللي احنا بنتعامل بيه هم هيتعاملوا بيه. فهم لو لقونا إن احنا بنتعامل بهدوء، صح؟ هتلاقيهم هم بيتعلموا ده مننا. هم هيتعلموا منين؟ مظبوط. آخر حاجة مارتينا قالتها الاعتذار. يبقى ثلاث حاجات علشان نكيب كالم. نوتس، باز، او ما نعملش اي حاجه. يعني انا ساعات مع اولادي في البيت لو الموضوع زاد بقول خلاص من فضلك خد كتاب اقعد في الاوضه هنتكلم كمان 10 دقايق. That's it. لان otherwise مش هتحل. مظبوط. وانا عايزه اعلمه حاجه غلط حصلت، فعايزاه يطلع بالموقف ده بدرس، يعني درس يتعلمه. مظبوط. الحاجه الثانيه الاعتذار، واحنا اتكلمنا فيها دي كتير. حته الاعتذار ما فيهاش حاجه ان انا اقول للطفل معلش انا اسفه، انا مثلا يعني ما فيهاش مشكله ان انا اعتذر للطفل، بس مش عشان احسسه بالضمير ما هو انت نرفزتني، ما هو انت انسان مستفز، ما انت ما بتسمعش. يبقى انا حطيتها عليه، يبقى الاعتذار انا قلته في الاول ده ملوش اي لازمه، صح؟ ففي ساعات كتير بيبقى لو انا غلطت اقول معلش انا متاسفه، انا ما كانش ده قصدي مثلا، او انا فهمتك غلط. ماشي. ايه تاني يا مارتينا انت قلتي وانا نسيت؟ فينها؟ بس انا عايزه open it up for questions. فده كان الملخص الاخراني. بس اسئله بقى.
أي أسئلة؟ عايزة؟ عندك؟ You just got here. Okay, what's your question? They're just repeating after you and saying sorry. Oh, yeah. Yeah. Yeah, yeah. What do you do? Don't I do the same? Yeah. 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 So are you upset that they're doing the same thing again? Mm-hmm. Yeah. So, I think for us at least, we say, I say you apologize, but you also tell me what you're going to do different next time. But, I mean, for me, I don't know about you guys, but when I go to confession, I'm confessing about the same things over and over again. So we can't expect the kids to come up with, I'm never doing this again. They don't even have a complete brain yet. But I get it, it's super frustrating, I'm with you. For them? I think it depends on the situation. If you give me an example, a little age? No, I can't, but I can at least tell them, like, okay, let's fix it, whatever it is. I don't have an example, but what do I say? Yeah. In this context, yeah. With them. Yeah, it's the whole process. So I do say that, but I'm trying to understand how you're relating it back to this. But it's not just 1 minute. Our parenting, we're showing them unconditional love. So they do it 1,000, 2,000 times. It's the same answer every time. But whatever the situation is, I'm sure there's things you can do. Say, how can we try to prevent this from happening next time? What can we do? And if you have them brainstorming answers with you, they're more likely to do it. Yeah. Yeah, but sometimes literally we write down what options can we do, and she needs to come up with some ideas. Okay. Perfect. You saved us. Any other questions? No? Okay. They're all.
ثانك يو مارتينا، مش عارفين نشكرك ازاي صراحة، يعني موضوع جميل وعايزينك تجي لنا على طول. يس انا فاهمه ان مارتينا فهماني. عشان عارفه مارتينا من زمان. يس انت لب يا. معلش كيسه صغننه بس. يا شباب نسحب بقى اللي بقى لنا مده ما نسحب لكمش حاجه. يلا قول يس.
ماي تيكت؟
يس.
نختار؟
اختاري يس او اختاري انت.
جيني عايزه تختاري؟
جيني؟ يس which one؟ اوكي.
wait.
واللي وقعت في الارض دي اختارت خلاص. اختارت يس.
Are you gonna call the number?
Yeah.
Anna? You call the whole number or just the last three? Okay, 411. 411. That's not you. Is that me? No. 411. Nobody? No, it's not me. بصيت. Lisa نفسها. No, I don't know.
411 no.
No, 411. Okay, نختار تاني. Oh, sorry, Tom. Hey! I don't know. They're in the bags. I don't know. Okay, Tani?
Yeah.
427. 427. Nobody?
427.
Okay.
معقولة؟
I know.
حد مش واخد باله.
413. 413. So نقولها بالعربي maybe؟ نقولها بالعربي. عندك رقم ايه؟
31 يا نعمة رنوا
إيه؟
كده.
عنده 413؟
الأرقام بتاعتهم
413؟ مش عارف. Hold on. Let's see. 433.
هو في إيه يا شباب؟
433. مش عارف. هنا. Here we have our winner. Tant.
يس. أوه حنان.
We have one more. One more, Tant?
Yeah.
Okay, 404. That's a good one. 404. Here, can you pick one? عايزة دي؟ Okay, 404. Nobody?
404.
You?
yeah.
Excellent.
Accept. مبروك.
Thank you.
Thank you مارتينا. صلي بينا بقى. يلا صلي بينا.
Okay. Okay, let's stand up to pray real quick, please. Okay. In the name of the Father, Son, and the Holy Spirit, one God, amen. Dear Lord Jesus, thank you for allowing us to gather together. Please help us bring you with us throughout the rest of the week through the intercessions of our beloved Mother, St. Mary Theotokos. Hear us when we pray. Our Father, who art in heaven, hallowed be thy name. Thy kingdom come, thy will be done on earth as it is in heaven. Give us this day our